Welcome to one of the most important videos for online arbitrage and selling on Amazon, period. As you know, you cannot sell on Amazon unless you get ungated in some of the most prominent and most strict brands out there, for example, Lego. And you've seen in some of my other videos that I show how to get ungated on Lego. But in this video, I am going to go in extreme detail on most brands that are in high demand, that are extremely profitable for sellers like ourselves, and that are gated for most sellers like ourselves. I want to tell you how I have personally got ungated in these brands. Will it work for everyone? Maybe, maybe not. Just keep in mind that ungating will depend on many factors that only Amazon knows. So take this with a grain of salt. But I will show you detail by detail, step by step, exactly what I have done personally to get ungated. That way you can use it to your benefit to sell more and to sell in more brands and make more money on Amazon. Get ready for the show. So the first brand, of course, is Lego. Highly profitable brand. You need to be ungated on Lego. How do you get ungated on Lego? Go to lego.com. You're gonna buy directly from lego.com. Go to lego.com, create an account, look for this specific keychain. It's a Yoda keychain. You're gonna see that a lot of other keychains have a limit right here of maybe 5 or even 10, but we want to make sure that you get at least 10 units. So the Yoda keychain, the good thing is that it's limited to 50, so you can easily buy 10. You're going to choose 10, okay? Then you're going to check out. And now this is extremely important for all your ungating, okay? You want to make sure that the shipping address where these items that you are buying from either the websites or the distributors, you need to have the shipping address where they ship the items needs to be the address that you have in your seller account. This is the same address that you use to verify your account at the very beginning when you open it. I don't know if you remember, you open it, then you had a video conference, then they verify your identity, they send you a PIN number via mail, and they did all that to verify that you're a real person with a real address. So you want to use that exact same address. Now, I do realize that for international sellers, this may pose a little bit of a dilemma. So you may have to get either a residential address with a UPS. UPS offers box offices with a residential address, or maybe prep centers with a residential address where you can verify that address and then ship to that address to Ungate. But I do not have experience with that. I only speak always in my videos from my experience. So that would be something that you, if you're an international seller, may need to experiment by yourself. But rule number one, use the same, I cannot tell you how important this is. Use the same address that you have verified with Amazon. Number two, buy 10 units. It needs to be 10 units in the same invoice, okay? And number two, wait for the items to get to your residence, to your shipping address. Also, super important, make sure that you already have a professional seller account. So you will need to upgrade to from the individual seller account, which costs only, I think, $1 a month, to the professional seller account, which costs $39.99 a month. And that's one of the requirements to get ungated. You need a professional seller account. Okay. Also, you're gonna make sure before you buy a product to Ungate, you want to make sure that you find the corresponding listing on Amazon. Extremely important. So, for example, the corresponding listing for this item is this one right here. This one right here. Okay. It's this ASIN number right here. This is the ASIN number right here for this corresponding item. And that is the exact ASIN number that you're gonna use to ungate. As you can tell, it's the exact same Yoda. Now, Lego has another Yoda, which is, I think, a more recent version, but it has to be the exact same Yoda keychain, okay? Now, also bear in mind that Lego.com does not ship to commercial addresses. So for this initial ungating, you will need a residential address, preferably your home address, or a residential address if your prep center offers one. Otherwise, Lego.com will not ship it. They will cancel your order. Then within a few days, Lego will send you an email confirming your purchase, but that is not the email that will contain your invoice. So that you know, Lego.com will not send you an invoice inside the package where you receive your items. They will send you an invoice via email, okay? And that email will take approximately 3 days. First, you're gonna get an email confirming your purchase without the invoice. And in about 2 to 3 days, you will get the email with a PDF with the invoice, and that is the invoice that you're going to be using. Now, the invoice, once you open it, will look something like this, and as you can see, the receipt or the invoice will say the word receipt at the top upper right corner. Now, for some reason, Amazon does not like the word receipt, so what I personally use is I use a software like Ungated, but I think there's also free software out there where you can just white it out and you completely remove the word receipt from your invoice. Now, some people may frown upon this. They may say you are changing documents, blah, blah, blah. But guys, this is what works. This is from personal experience what truly works for ungating. And I'm giving you the jewels here, okay? So I hope you do use this advice. So as you can see, I'm using Snagit right here, and you can tell that I'm basically building a white square. That's what the software allows you to do. And the white square gets on top of the word receipt, and then the final document shows no word receipt, which is exactly what you want to show. Then you're gonna receive the items at your house, and you're gonna take a ton of pictures. The more the pictures, the better. I think Amazon allows you to take up to 10 and submit 10 pictures. Notice how I'm putting the envelope where, or the little bubble wrap where it came in the background just to show the shipping label, where it has my address, where it has the tracking information, where it has the 10 keychains. I want to show Amazon absolutely everything. This is like a trial. This is like you being sued and you are proving your innocence or something like that. You want to show all the evidence that you can so that Amazon has absolutely zero doubts in their mind and they can approve your ungating request. See, this is another picture of me holding the envelope where it came, and obviously the keychain as well. Make sure to also include a screenshot of like log into ups.com, plugging your tracking information, and it's going to say delivered. You can also do the same with USPS or FedEx, and then take a screenshot of the delivery status where it says delivered, and also include that as one of your photos as proof. So after you do that, you're gonna go to Seller Central and you're gonna add that same ASIN, the listing number that we talked about before that corresponds to that item. You're gonna add it as a new product, and you're gonna select condition new and request approval. And the request approval button is going to be a yellow button. Right now I'm showing you an example with the brand Coach because I'm already ungated with Lego and it doesn't show up for me anymore, but it's going to show up like this, and then you just click on that yellow button. Then you're going to arrive to this window where you just tick in all the options, like if it's within the 180 days, if it's at least 10 units, and where it says select files, you're gonna put all your photos that you took. Then on the comments, if you want, you can just put a quick note saying, hey, this is to ungate this ASIN number for the brand Lego, for the toy category. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything else. Be very polite, very concise, very quick to the point. Put that there, put your email address, and then click submit. Now, a word about Lego. Once you're done with your ungate, if you do get accepted, Lego.com does offer returns. You can return it up to 90 days. So once you're done with your ungate, it's up to your discretion if you want to return it to them to save all your money, or you might want to sell it on Amazon or on eBay at a slight loss. It's up to you. I personally whenever I can, I do return it just to save my losses. The way that I see it, I give Lego.com and Kohls and Target and all those places that I used to Ungate enough business as it is. I literally buy tens of thousands of dollars per year worth of my business. So me spending $60 and returning $60 is not a big deal to them in the big picture. Now, if you're planning on not ever spending a single penny with them and continue to do this with a single retailer, that might not be a good situation because they might eventually cancel your account. Take all that into consideration. Now, here's a couple of pieces of advice. Once you're done ungating, you can get two different results. One, you get approved, which is congratulations if you get approved. That means that now you can sell on the Lego.com brand, not only for that specific keychain, that means that you can sell absolutely every single item and product and toy and anything under the Lego brand. That's basically tens of thousands of items under the Lego brand. And you can do that with every single brand that you open. So as you can see, it is worth your time to go through the time, money, and everything else that is involved in ungating. Because once you do it, it will pay off in big amounts of money. Now, the second type of outcome is that they do reject you, and that happens to the best of us. Actually, I would say that that is the most likely scenario at the very beginning, especially for new sellers. You will get a rejection even after presenting all the proof in the world, because sometimes you just get a bad reviewer that is just going through their cases and they are not paying sufficient attention to your particular case. So what you just need to do is resubmit your proof either in the same case, or you can go to your selling applications and close your existing application and reapply under the exact same ASIN number and do the whole thing all over again. Now, bear in mind that when you reapply, just change a few things like the file name. So for example, if you saved all your photos as Yoda1 Lego invoice, now put Yoda 101 underscore Lego invoice, something like that. Change your file names. That way you don't get stopped right off the bat by Amazon's auto screening processes, which they have a lot of. And you can actually get to a manual reviewer with human eyes that can look at your application. So now once you ungate Lego.com, that means that the toys category will get ungated as a whole. And sometimes it doesn't. So what you would do is go to your selling application that has been approved, reopen it, and put something like, hey, thank you, I noticed that Lego is open, thank you very much, but I do notice that the toys category is still gated. Can you please ungate it? Because what happens sometimes is that manual reviewers forget to ungate you in the whole category. But with that little reminder, they will. Now, moving on to groceries and beauty, those two very important categories. You can simply use a wholesale supplier like Frontier Co-op. This is what I suggest as a new seller. Do use Lego.com and Frontier Co-op if you can for your initial ungates, because as a new seller with no history in your account, you want very legitimate, very reputable sources to ungate. So go to wholesale.frontiercoop.com and there just create an account. Bear in mind, you will need an LLC. That's part of their requirement. You need an LLC to be able to create an account with them. Once you do, they will easily approve it. Now, if you don't have an LLC and you are not able to use Frontier Co-op and you still want to ungate groceries and many different categories, winersltd.com is a great supplier that does not require an LLC. So you can definitely use them to ungate multiple categories. You just go to products and you go to hair care or bath and body or food. I think like gums and main snacks. You would use snacks. And then what you would do is go to each one and then go to Amazon and try to find the corresponding listing the exact matching product and then just buy. And Winers also does have a minimum purchase requirement, but it's not too bad. So now that you're done on getting Lego and on getting groceries and beauties with legitimate suppliers, the next move is to start ungating, start having fun. And if you run across a lot of profitable brands that you're currently gated on, you want to start getting those ungated. It's not impossible to get them ungated. It's actually fairly simple. It just takes time, money, and effort, and a lot of patience and a lot of persistence. And I'm gonna start ranking my favorite methods from most favorite to least favorite, and my feedback on what has been working lately and what hasn't been working lately. So my number one favorite method so far lately has been Target.com. I have been ungating so many different brands using Target.com. It has been working extremely well. And the reason it has been working extremely well is because with Target, you can buy 10 items and then you can very easily access your online orders and download your invoice. You can actually download an invoice from your purchase history on your online account on your Target.com account. And I have a separate video showing how I personally got ungated on the brand McFarlane using the Target method. So you might want to reference that video. But that is an exciting method that is working tremendously well. You can use it for video games, DVDs, CDs, a lot of beauty brands. It has been working extremely well. My second favorite method is what I call the brand direct method. The brand direct method is when you go to a website like Nike.com, you're basically going to the source themselves. You want to get Nike ungated? Just buy directly from Nike.com. You want to get Adidas ungated? Buy directly from Adidas.com. You want to get Crocs ungated? Buy directly from, you get the idea. And basically what you do is you buy 10 units of an item, make sure you find the corresponding item that matches it perfectly on an Amazon listing, and then you're going to take a screenshot. Most of these brands will not send you an invoice with your shipping box, but what you want to do is take a screenshot of your online order, take a full page screenshot, and then use that as proof, together with all the photos that you gathered of all the items that have arrived at your place. And this is again what I call the brand direct method. A very important note about this. Many brands, for example, an excellent brand is Killscom. Killscom, for example, will only allow you to purchase 5 of one item. So you can't purchase a combined 10. So what you would do is you buy 5 of one item and 5 of another item, all in one purchase. It has to be in the same purchase. You gotta show that you're buying a combined total of 10 units of the same brand. So here you would buy 5 Kills, 5 of one Kills item, 5 of another Kills item, and then in your final screenshot, it's going to show a total of 10 items that you bought from Kills.com, and you can use that to ungate. It's the same scenario with a brand like MAC. The MACcosmetics.com website only allows you to buy a maximum limit of 8 of one item. So you buy 8 of one item and 2 of another item, all in the same purchase, so that your final screenshot shows a total of 10 units. My third favorite method is the Kohls Method. You probably heard me talk a lot about the Kohls Method. It used to work way better than it's currently working, but it's still working. Now, Kohls has a special affiliation with Amazon. That's why Amazon allows you to return merchandise at a Kohls location, and they will accept Kohls purchases as proof of purchase for your ungates. Now, Kohls is a little bit weird. They will not send you an invoice in the box with the items, but they will send you a little packing slip which is hidden under the shipping label. So you basically need to open the shipping label and there is the packing slip. I personally never use a packing slip. What I use instead is I take a screenshot of my online order, I take a full page screenshot, and I use that as proof. And similar to what I do with the lego.com, wherever it says receipt or packing slip, I use Snagit to white it out. So if it says receipt or packing slip on your screenshot, I slightly modify it and I blank it out. I white it out with a white square. That way it doesn't say packing slip and it doesn't say invoice, or it doesn't say receipt. And then I submit that as proof with all my photos. So if you can't find a brand on Target, and if you can't find a brand that you can purchase directly from the brand itself through their website, then you might want to resort to buying from Kohls.com. That I use is buying directly from Amazon.com. I have another video. By the way, feel free to reference my Target.com Ungating video, my Kohls Ungating video, and my Amazon Method Ungating video, and my Nike Ungating video. I have videos on all those. The Amazon Ungating Method video is under the OTC Ungating. So if you go to my channel and look for OTC Ungating, you are going to find it. I go in detail on what to do to use Amazon.com to get ungated. And basically what you do is the same process. Find a product on Amazon where you can buy 10 units, but you have to do it from a business Amazon account. So you would create a business account with Amazon and do not use Prime and still ship to the same address that you have on Seller Central. And you're basically using an invoice from your Amazon.com purchase as proof of purchase for ungating. And Amazon seems to like that a lot, because if they see that you're purchasing exactly from them, from Amazon, it has to be from Amazon.com, it can't be from a third party, then they see that as enough proof that you are making a legitimate purchase. You're buying directly from them, from Amazon.com, and using that as proof to get ungated. Lastly, if nothing seems to work and you've tried any of those 4 methods and you still cannot get ungated for some reason, you might have to go to the olden days where you needed to pay a distributor. Like EE Distribution, for example, has a ton of, it has Lego, it has McFarlane, it has Barbie, Mattel, it has a lot of brands. They do require a minimum purchase and they're a little bit trickier because you need to apply. It's a lengthy application process. You need to get approved. You cannot return the items, but they will work because it's a very legitimate supplier. All my other methods is to try to save you money and save you time, basically make it more simple and direct for you to get ungated, because you can return the items if you want, it's smaller purchases, it's very minimal requirements, if at all. But as a last resort, if you are hitting a wall and you can't get ungated with any of those methods, try distributor. I was actually gonna show you how to get ungated with every single brand, because I have that information available, and what product to exactly buy and the corresponding ASIN for each brand, like Funko and Marvel and Barbie and Mattel. I have all that information available, but it's too long for this video, so make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will try to very soon start uploading either shorts or a brand new video showing you how to ungate all the brands. I want to do what nobody else is doing out there. They're either charging for that information or they are just not showing it to you. So I want to show you how to get ungated for every single brand. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will show you all that information. Also, make sure to check all my resources at dailyhernan.com. dailyhernan.com. This is the website. A bunch of discounts for tools that you need actually for your Amazon business, and I have discounts for you so you don't have to pay full price. And also, if you're interested in my online arbitrage leads, if you're looking for leads for profitable products that you can't find yourself and you want an experienced seller to share the products that he finds every day, then also go to that website, dailyhernan.com, and you can check my online arbitrage leads and try them out to see if you like them. Make sure to stay tuned for all my other videos and keep up the great work and continue selling well on Amazon.com.